I'm gonna make this quick because I've been getting a few people inboxing me and commenting on what Friday the 13th meant, right? And so I'm gonna give my perception of what Friday the 13th is real quick. But let me share this. So first off, a lot of people may, as we live through this society full of patriarchy and Christianity, no offense to anybody, the number 13 has always been deemed as something evil or scary. Like Hollywood has taken the play on 13 with the, Friday the 13th movies and all that kind of stuff. But throughout civilization, before Christianity, before the patriarchy movement has taken over the planet, the number 13 has always been revered as the goddess number, because the number 13 is a sign of everything complete. The number 13 is a number of luck. It's a number of abundance. It's a number of femininity, of creation. It has a lot of powerful, positive qualities. But most of all, the number 13 correlates with women, the divine feminine. If you have normal menstrual cycles as a female, you have 13 menstrual cycles every year. Okay, the number 13 is super duper powerful. We have 13 menstrual cycles. It correlates with the moon. Then 13 is the number of completeness. So it's not scary or evil or demonic like everybody try to portray it to be. It's nothing like that. Okay, even they don't have 13 floors. Sometimes you can't go to floor 13th in elevators because they claim that as an evil number. So know that the number 13 got its negative rap when the European, Greek, Roman, patriarchal, Christian train of thought came to predominate the world, okay? Because one thing you have to understand, during that time, especially with Christianity, the feminine energy was really tainted. Like, they really attacked femininity and matriarchy and the power of a woman, to make women feel shameful, like to take away our power because we hold a certain kind of power. So if you do your research on the number 13 and Friday the 13th and what different cultures around the world, and this is around the world, mind you, okay? So civilizations around the world has always had some type of significance or gave some type of honor to feminine goddess, feminine wisdom on Friday the 13th, because that 13 number correlates with us, okay? So you can do your research and find that out. So the reason why Friday the 13th are very powerful. So I'm going to talk about why Friday the 13th are very powerful and how women should use this energy to enhance their lives and better themselves, okay? So, and I'm going to give you some examples. So let's start with the examples first. If you realize, well, you probably not realize, I'm a big Beyonce fan, right? And when she dropped that album, I think it was her visual album some years ago that had Drunken Love, Partition. It was the album that she dropped that they didn't do any pre-marketing for. They just dropped it. If you were into astrology back then, you would notice that Beyonce dropped that album on a Friday the 13th, and it was a full moon. And she did it at 12 a.m. on Friday the 13th, and it was a full moon. And if you know anything about Beyonce, that album really took her to the next level. Like, it blew things up, and it carried a lot of feminine energy with it, okay? So you can definitely say Beyonce harnessed the energy of, that Friday the 13th and that full moon and put that towards her album. And I would say nothing is coincidence that was planned. Go sit down. My son is here with me today. Go back in your room and pick up the cereal. because somebody gave him cereal and he spilled it all over the room. Go. Thank you. So, that's one example. Another example is an example that's going to happen this Friday, because the movie Hustler, Kari, out of here. Get out of here. What's up, Nunu? Danielle. That sounds weird. Kari, you about to get jacked up on Facebook Live for real, son. Get up out of here. Thank you. You can pick up the cereal, because I'm going to check. Kari. Okay, my bad, y'all. Parenting moment. We always got a parent. That's one thing that you can't put on the side burner is parenting, because we're responsible for lives. You feel me? So, another example of how Hollywood is going to use Friday the 13th, and it's in a feminine way, is with the movie Hustler, the movie that stars Jennifer Lopez, that stars Cardi B and Keke Palmer and Lizzo. That movie is dropping on a Friday the 13th, and it's going to be a full moon. So I guarantee that movie is going to find a lot of success in numbers, because they're harnessing the energy of the goddess. Okay, so on Friday the 13th is very women should be able to honor and harness this energy that's coming with us. Now, what makes this day even more powerful is the fact that it's happening on a full moon. Okay, so if you know about full moons and moon rituals, the full moon is the time where the moon is at its highest point. Okay, and the moon relates to human beings via our emotions. Okay, the moon represents our emotional state, right? So when the moon is full and is high, the emotions, the energy, because emotions are energy, is going to be high and heightened. They say the water, the tides are high during a full moon. That's true, because the moon correlates with water as well. Okay, so it all connects together. So anytime that there is a full moon, the energy that's in the space is going to be amplified. So for example, if you notice, most people are either more agitated during the full moon, is because they've been agitated leading up to it, and the energy is just heightened. Whatever thoughts that you're thinking about, whatever things that your mind is focused on that's making you feel a certain kind of way, all that's going to be heightened during the full moon. That's why it's important that when you do moon, full moon and new moon rituals, that whatever you're manifesting during the new moon, that you continue to focus on that and build on that as it leads to the full moon, because the full moon heightens what is ever in the space. So when it is Friday the 13th, during a full moon, it's like that goddess energy is going to be heightened. All right, it's going to be heightened. And if you work with harnessing that energy and utilizing that energy into your life, it can bring you a lot of abundance. It's a very powerful day for women, because that's the one thing that the world is missing, that feminine energy, that feminine essence, that that needs to be respected and that needs to be restored. When you think of femininity and everything that it represents, and compare that to how society has really tainted our minds to be afraid of femininity, like, you're gonna really want to pay attention to this day and start utilizing this day and start honoring this number. For example, femininity. I'll pick up the cereal. Thank you. Got my Kari breaks. Femininity represents darkness, creativity, expansion, receptivity, being vulnerable. Things that this society turns their back on or tries to deem as weak, or say that it's, evil or scary. Everything feminine. And so a lot of hopefully now I'm realizing that a lot of women are waking up to their feminine power and tuning into their femininity. And so utilizing the Friday the 13th energy is very, very, very powerful. So I'm going to share with you guys a little bit on what I would be doing. Because it is a full moon, I'm just going to incorporate the Friday the 13th energy, this goddess energy, into my full moon ritual. And that's just basically working on what I planted seeds for, which has been a lot of things. Like when I do full moon rituals, some people may think when you do rituals you're doing some spooky stuff, but literally I utilize the energy to help me with my personal and professional endeavors. So a lot of the things that I wanted to manifest during the new moon, you know, relate to my business, relate to, you know, personal things in my life that I've been focusing on and building on. And as we get closer to the full moon, you feel that energy heighten. Like I can feel the results of the things that I've planted trying to come into fruition. Okay, and so during the full moon, I'm going to be just allowing myself to just bask in that. You know, that's how I work with the energy. It's nothing crazy or scary or you worshiping gods. It's all about utilizing the energy to be in tune with how you're flowing and what you're creating, because we're here to create our best reality. A lot of us are here right now and you're just living life day to day trying to figure out why the hell you're here. We all have a specific purpose, and when you're in tune with your purpose, when you're in tune with yourself, you can be in tune with the universe and utilize the energies that are being given and used, or the energies that are being given that are out there. You can utilize that to help you with the advancement of whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest in your life. So Friday the 13th is the day of the goddess. That number is super powerful for women. I would say on that Friday, you know, whatever ritual you need to do, you need to feel good. You know, get your what they say, get your what's the term now? I feel old now. Get your I don't want to say hot girl summer, but get your hair done, your nails done, start to feel beautiful, go out on a date. In some cultures, some people made love on Fridays the 13th. Just really bask and be in that energy of your femininity, be in that power, give honor for the fact that you are a woman and you get to experience the things that we get to experience in our life. Because, you know, for so long in society, we've been disconnected from ourselves. You know, we've been programmed to not like our periods. You know, we've been programmed to be afraid of childbirth. We've been programmed to not even love our sexuality. And those are the things that make us a woman. You know, that genetically, physically, and spiritually, you know, those things. And society has, for a long time, programmed us to dislike, to be ashamed, to feel guilty, to just shit on our feminine energies and feminine parts. And with the time shifting and that feminine energy returning itself back on the planet, my bad. With that energy returning itself on the planet, more women waking up and tapping into their feminine selves. This is a great time to just really give honor to that part of yourself. Give honor to the goddesses. In a lot of different cultures, a lot of different goddesses were glorified and worshipped on Friday the 13th. If you're into God, that energy. What is this boy? Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I shouldn't have went live when people ask me this question. What's wrong? You bit yourself? You're okay. Go back and finish. It's okay. Yeah, okay. Aww. Represent motherhood on Friday the 13th, right? That makes us women. Yeah, that's my ringtone. Yo, I be manifesting. That's Rick Ross' Boss. You know, I have it on a specific lyric that he says because I like hearing that, because I try to, you know, affirm that to myself. So yeah, it's just that. Like I really use this energy to manifest my business, to manifest things in my life, to help me with issues and problems and challenges we face. You know, this is how this energy and this information should be applied to your life. Actually, practically using it. A lot of people want to just retain this kind of information so they can just know it and they get some type of high off of just knowing this energy. But you should be using this energy to apply to your life, you know, to make your life better, to enhance your community, to enhance your life. I can't stand when people just want to preach all day, but then they ain't adding what they preaching to their life. Like, you know, and that's the best way to share your light with everybody, when you're able to take the things that you're talking about, take this information and apply it into your life to make your life better, and then share it. You know, share the information, because that's the goal. But a lot of times people want to have this information and keep it to themselves and not want to elevate other people because they're thinking in an egotistical way. But we live in an abundant universe. You know, it's an abundant space. You know, and there's another reason why Friday the 13th is super, super powerful, because it's a day of luck. It's a day of abundance. You know, so, you know, I would definitely encourage every woman to, throughout the day, or just a moment of the day, just make reference and notice on the Friday the 13th that energy there. Harness it in a way that it can uplift your life. You know, harness that energy towards your business. Harness that energy to whatever it is that you're needing help with, or you're needing that goddess energy with, and watch how it manifests. Like I told you before, if you pay attention to Friday the 13th, because mind you, they don't come often. And the reason why the Friday part is so important, I don't think I touched on that, is because Friday is the day that represents the goddess. Every day of the week, Friday in astrology, they call it the Venus day. It's the day of Aphrodite, Oshun, the goddesses of love, fertility, creativity, and abundance. In different cultures, Friday always represents that goddess Freya. It represents that goddess energy. So when that 13, which is a feminine, powerful number, okay, the goddess number, the complete number, okay, when that 13 hits on that Friday, that just amplifies that day and that energy, and then it's landing right on the full moon. That doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, you know, you take heed of that. Like I said before, when Beyonce dropped that album, I think it was titled Beyonce, it was a visual album, and it had Drunken Love and Partition. She dropped that on a Friday the 13th on a full moon. That movie Hustlers coming out, that has an all-female cast with Jennifer Lopez and Cardi B and all them, that's dropping on Friday the 13th on a full moon. Like, they've been, like, people know this energy and know how to harness it and use it to enhance their lives. And there's a lot of other examples that you can see and be like, oh, that's why they did it on this day. Because this shit is real. You can harness this energy for your better space. That's why patriarchy, you know, made us afraid of this energy on Friday the 13th. Everybody afraid and superstitious, like it's bad luck. No, that's one of the most luckiest days of the year. One of the most luckiest days of the year. So, you know, that's my spill. That's how I utilize that energy. It ain't nothing negative. Utilize the energy, do your own research, come to your own understanding. But, you know, Friday the 13th ain't nothing to be afraid of. And if you're a female, if you're a woman, you need to be tapping into this energy. If you need to level up, you need some luck, you need some of that goddess energy to come into your life, you need to be working with this energy that's coming Friday the 13th. Be prepared, do whatever you need to do, you know. Add it to your full moon ritual. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a lucky day. You know, say your affirmations. But yeah, it ain't nothing to be afraid of. Nothing to be afraid of. Give honor to the goddess within yourself, because it's super powerful. So, I hope I gave all the information I could give, because this was impromptu. I wasn't planning to do this. But I did have some people inbox me and comment asking, like, what the heck, Friday the 13th, I want to know more. And I know since a lot of us are waking up from our deep sleep, we want to, you know, be able to learn how to tune into this energy and just gain more information. And hopefully I explained it in a very practical way that wasn't confusing. And I wish you a lot of success and a lot of, you know, peace, blessing, and abundance with this information we talked about. And pay attention to that Hustler movie as it comes out. I'm excited to see how that turns out, because I know for a fact Jennifer Lopez, you like everything she does is done metaphysically. Like everything she does is done spiritually. It's in alignment with the universal forces. You know, when she drops albums, you know, she puts chants and different spells over her music for it to be successful. So I know it's no coincidence that that movie is going to be dropping on a Friday the 13th on a full moon. Okay, so pay attention. Like, this information is useful, and people are using this right in front of our eyes, and we just don't pay attention. We just think, oh, they're just lucky. But a lot of times, like, not like all the time, people who make big moves and do certain things and attract a certain level of success and abundance is because they are engineering it with their minds visually, and then they're utilizing the energy, the universal energy around us, you know, astrology, the moon energy, the energies of the day, numbers. They're utilizing and harnessing that energy to apply to their lives to make it better. So nothing is by fucking chance. Nobody is picked out and said, oh, they're special, so you know they gonna get this. No, these people were engineering and working with the universe to create a great reality for themselves. Okay? And, you know, a great reality based upon what they feel is great. Some people aren't happy with money and riches and materials. They're happy surrounded with love and, you know, just simple things. But this energy can be used and harnessed for all that. So that's my spiel for today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Share the video. Make sure you download the Natural Woman Magazine app. The Natural Woman Fashion Show is popping off finally after all this time. Y'all don't know. Manifestations, y'all hear me? Like I said I could see my manifestations I've been working on slowly coming into fruition during this full moon. So it's real. So peace out. Make sure you download the app. Visit our website, www.asnaturalwoman.com. Yeah, do that. Support the movement. Share this video. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.